Hey everyone, this is Kim with Abundant Life Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me for another Mystery Mystic Monday. We are continuing our readings on the horrific and devastating case of Alicia Jackson. She was stabbed over 30 times to her face, her neck, her chest, and this was all while her 2-year-old son sat in his high chair as she was preparing dinner. And I have to tell you, this case has really affected me, to be honest. I have been taking my time doing the readings. I did the opening oracle readings that was in part 1. And then I took a break, pondered over what questions I really wanted to ask that I felt really intuitively called to pose to Spirit for the tarot and oracle reading. And so that's the part that you're here watching today. But before we get into that, I do want to share something with you. I want to share with you another reading that I did. So I was just reading old articles surrounding Alicia's case, looking at her picture, and then I said, let me shuffle the Mildred Payne Secret Pocket Oracle again. Looking at the picture I took of it on that time and then that date. And we got the boy, the spider, the fish, and underneath the boy card we got the broom. Underneath the spider we got fire, and underneath the fish card we got the door card. Okay, and the boy card to me signifies Alicia's fiance. He probably didn't use the wisest of judgments, engaging in another relationship simultaneously with the relationship that he had with Alicia. He got another woman pregnant, and I don't know who that other woman is because the police never released her name and they never named her as a suspect. And the fiance was cleared, had a solid alibi, so there's that. But I sense that he is the boy card, and the broom that sits underneath the boy card represents, cleaning up a situation. It also represents a sexual encounter. The spider card is about strong and powerful feminine energies, okay? It's about someone who is carefully designing one's life. And initially I thought, well, maybe this is speaking to Alicia, because she definitely was a powerhouse. She was a shooting star, this one. She was super bright, super ambitious. I mean, at 25, she had accomplished so much. She had her master's degree, and she had a lot of accomplishments under her belt, including being a doting mother. So I thought it was her. But then when I looked at the fire card that was sitting underneath the spider card, I realized, no, this is another powerful feminine energy. Someone who carefully planned and plotted. And what it ended up doing, both the sexual encounter and this carefully planning that she did, it was arising out of passion that she shared with the boy, right? But then consuming emotions and literal utter destruction happened as a result of her careful planning. And the fish card has shown up also in the first reading that I did with the Mildred Payne Secret Pocket Oracle that you will probably see in part 1, right? That tells me that is, again, tying that pregnancy piece to this whole situation. And then the door. The door card is an actual literal door card where this person walked through the door, and probably the attack, the utter destruction ensued right immediately after going through the door. All right. And the door card also symbolizes the fact that Alicia and her fiance had planned to relocate from Ohio to Dallas, Texas for his job. So they were about to enter a new situation in life. They had made a choice to move away. They were going to seize an opportunity to start over. And I sensed that that was a door opening to them and a door shutting to the other woman in his life. So I wanted to share this reading with you because I feel like it really sums up what was coming up in the opening oracle reading, and we'll see what else unfolds in the tarot and oracle readings now. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Thanks for joining me, and yeah, let's go. Hey everyone. Okay, let's get started. So, first question that we have is the glove. Was the glove that was found near the scene spirit related to the case for Alicia? Ace of Pentacles. I get that as an affirmative, so I'm going to zoom in for just a moment. I get this as an affirmative card. Even showing the hands, oh, sorry guys, I zoomed in a little too fast. Even showing the hands is significant to the question, which is, was the glove related to her crime scene? To Alicia's crime, like who did this to her? Was it related to this person? And just seeing just even the hands cupping life or taking away life. This is telling me that yes, the glove is related. It is related to this crime scene. Spirit, what can be done in 2022? What can be done in 2022 with regards to this glove? What can the authorities do? 3 of Wands. What can the authorities do to carry your brother? Dusty road. Okay. So, dust for prints again. And let me zoom back out some so you can see this. The other oracle card we got was to carry your brother, and 3 of Wands. To me, what this is speaking to is that there needs to be a renewed interest and passion and fervor from the police department who's investigating this case. There needs to be a new look and taking this on into a new direction, new energy towards this endeavor of retesting the glove. To carry your brother is, to me, just simply saying to carry out dusting for prints. You know, I'm no forensic scientist or what have you, or criminologist here, but I would imagine that in 2010 that's when the crime happened. There was ability to dust for prints throughout. I guess what I read was that the crime scene was actually pretty clean of any evidence of the person who did this to Alicia, but with the glove, that's different. And so it's not like they couldn't do that. It's not like they couldn't do it back in 2010, We're not talking about a case that occurred in 1982. We're talking about a case that occurred in 2010. So to me, I'm a little perplexed as to why the authorities haven't been able to crack this case, to be perfectly honest. That's just Kim speaking. That's not the reader speaking. Now we're getting back to the reading. The glove has some vital information that needs to be explored, to carried out. Yes, you may have to start over on the journey of reinvestigating all of these different items, but it would be a worthwhile endeavor to do so. There's something critical about the glove. The glove with that Ace of Pentacles is saying you're looking at the hands. You're looking at the hands of the person who may have done this. Okay, so the next question. So, I'm going to reshuffle that. So now the next question is, what is evidence that needs to be reviewed or revisited? And I'm going to pull up a different deck, but I'm going to first shuffle the tarot. 5 of Cups, 4 of Cups. It's more about the people involved that needs to be reviewed and revisited, okay? Someone who was bored, feeling disillusioned, maybe feeling envious and jealous, sad emotions around this person. There's someone that needs to be reviewed, revisited, and re-interviewed, because there's someone who was holding heartbreak, feeling disappointed, feeling let down, and also someone who was feeling bored and disenchanted and disillusioned at times. Also, really, this is what we call the card of the grass is greener. The grass is greener over there. I want to be over there, but I can't. So this is all about love too. The cups signifies relationships, matters of the heart, love, family love, romantic love, friend love, matters of the heart. So that, aside from the glove, this needs to be revisited again. Okay. I'm going to pull some additional cards for that. Oh, look at that. Family jumped. Sorry, I keep forgetting that it's all zoomed in. So family. A family connection here. That one jumped. Flew out the deck. So it's not so much of now looking at all the physical evidence as more so about speaking to someone with a family connection to Alicia. Missing. Who's left? Oh, look at that. Who has left? And the reason why I say that is because we got a missing person. This isn't speaking to Alicia. This is speaking to the person who did this. Why is there a gaping hole of information and insights into this person? What is law enforcement going to do about that gaping hole? I can't believe that they haven't been able to really truly connect the dots here. There is a family connection to the person who did this. And the family could be the family that you create, or it could be the family you're from, which I don't really sense that this is what this is speaking to, but you can't rule out anything. But I'm sensing this is about something related to her family. I also sense that there was some level of disappointment within the family unit of Alicia, her partner, because of this disillusioned, disenchanted person. Who is that? Information on the computer. Another thing I found interesting about her case was 2 laptops were taken and 1 cell phone. 1 cell phone was taken, and two laptops, a work laptop and I'm assuming a personal laptop. My then next question, law enforcement, would be, aside from being, the laptops are attached to some form of data, right? Some exchange of information. Had it been checked out if whether or not Alicia had any contacts with anyone who is kind of closely related to her by, through a family connection? Has that been explored? Has social media been explored, like DMs, her emails, whether it's work emails, whether it's personal emails, all forms of social media that she may have been active on? Has that been explored now? Again, this happened in 2010. This was not in 1982. So I don't know. And also what I find interesting is that the law enforcement, when they put out who they think may have been responsible, they said a female. Okay, so I think it's also interesting that there's two females depicted here, which overly emphasizes that this is a female who is responsible, who needs to be rechecked out again. Vehicle. I don't know how this comes into play as of yet in this reading, and I'm sure it will become clearer. I'm not sure if this person walked to their car. They may not even have that car anymore. Maybe they lived very close by and a car wasn't needed, but there was some vital evidence that was left in that car. It's now 2010. And see, this is the problem with cold cases. The spoilage of evidence. That is an actual legal term, okay? Spoilage of evidence. Over time, things like that would be found in a vehicle, in this person's vehicle, could be discovered. But was it searched for? I don't know. And even the computer is sitting underneath, as I'm looking at this, the vehicle. Maybe this person now has moved to a place that's not so close anymore to where the crime scene happened, and now they've moved within driving distance to where this all occurred in Columbus, Ohio. Then finally we have two or more people know about what truly happened. And so that's why it's important to start pressing the people who are surrounding this person. This could speak to a family dynamic of someone involved knowing, allegedly, what this person did. Okay, moving on. Question number 3. So now we're going to ask about what was the nature and extent of the relationship between Alicia's fiance and the father of her child and the perpetrator, the assailant, the person who did this. What was the relationship? 8 of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. Okay. What's the nature of their relationship, Spirit? Okay, so this relationship could have been likely born out of going to school together or going to work together. 8 of Pentacles is about that work or studious environment and actually doing the work, engaging in the work, mastery of the work. So that's what's speaking to me here. And they were also in a working dynamic together. Maybe having to look at this Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is about new beginnings in love. A new beginning in love could be a new relationship, but it also could be the birth of something, a birth of love, a birth of a child, etc. So they had to collaboratively work together. Now it also could be just simply if you say, okay, this perpetrator doesn't have a child, this perpetrator, whatever. It could just be that this started out in one way and then quickly progressed into a new love kind of relationship. Okay. So the nature and extent of this relationship is such that it started probably in a professional, studious environment, and then quickly turned into new love. It does seem like it wasn't far along though. And we're gonna do. I think I did ask a question about the fiance and Alicia's relationship. So it'll be interesting to see what cards come there. But then we've got keep your options open. Sex is affecting this relationship, and reconciliation. So Spirit is saying that there was some sort of sexual relationship with the fiance and the perpetrator, allegedly. And so I was clear about this question. The question was, what was the nature and extent of the relationship between the fiance and the perpetrator? And reconciliation, what does that mean? Was this reconciliation before or after the attack, the vicious, vicious attack on Alicia? Was it before and this led up to these unfortunate events? Or was it after? That will remain to be seen. We'll see if Spirit is willing to release that information to us. So it was intimate, because I say this because of the Ace of Cups. Keep your options open is interesting. So I think this is why there's some disillusionment here. Why there's some disenchantment, boredom, wanting what somebody else has, causing issues in the relationship, a family unit, because they weren't getting what they wanted. So it sounds like Eugene was keeping his options open. And then reconciliation is like an intimate card of reconciliation. It could be reconciling their differences and trying to work together on something, but I also feel like it's literally meaning like a reconciliation between lovers or between close, intimate people, allegedly. Okay, so now we're going to ask, where is the perpetrator and why weren't they named an official suspect? Because it sounds like the police just came short of naming a person as a suspect. 7 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Let's see if this deck will produce anything. Why wasn't this person a mother? This is interesting. Why wasn't this person named a suspect, an official suspect? Where's the perpetrator now? Investigator. Lawyer. Let's see. I'm not sure if I'm going to. I don't know. I don't know if we're going to be able to find. I'll try this one deck, because what I'm sensing here is there's like the authorities know where this person is. Authorities know. And I say this because of the investigator card. We've got the 7 of Pentacles. Why aren't they really working on this is the question. It's the more important question, because it's not so much they don't know where this person is. The person is known. It's not like they moved away, like moved to another country, another state. You know, this person is known. This person may be a mother or related to the mother, which is Alicia, but this person is likely a mother. The investigators know, so it's not like we have to do this deep dive into where is this person? They disappeared, or where are they in the world? No, this person is known. Lovers came up. lawyer. This person may have a lawyer or lawyered up relatively early, preventing real statements from happening. So there's that consideration too. Lovers. That makes sense to what's going on over here and the nature and extent of the perpetrator. It's because at one point they were lovers. And who was she a lover with? Is someone, a male, obviously. It says bald. Maybe they're bald now. Maybe they keep a low haircut. I don't know. So, what I get a sense of is that it's known where this person is. I'll see if there's anything that comes up. Money. Could be a lack of resources in this law enforcement department. I don't know. It just doesn't make sense. Why, if they know where she's at, they're not working on it. And so I think this is answering to the why aren't they really working on it? Yeah, she may have a lawyer. Yeah, she may be a mother. Yeah, she may have been a lover to someone, but money, did she pay somebody off? And I very much feel like it is a female because now we got further confirmation by the mother card. So nothing's jumping from this deck. And nothing's jumping here. We'll see. Yeah. We just got female victim, bicycle. Bicycle's interesting. You know, self-propelling. So, and we've got a female victim. Why aren't they going for, justice on this case? I will never know. It just doesn't make sense to me. Like this bicycle card doesn't at this point. I don't know why. It's not making sense, but it's not, and that's okay. I don't have to know it all. It doesn't have to be revealed just yet. So, and sometimes a female victim is someone, it's just frustrating because it sometimes feels like victims just fall right through the cracks, and it's usually females, and it's really disheartening because I don't know what's going on behind the scenes here that is preventing the law enforcement from really pursuing this like they can. Like, I don't know. Okay. Number 5. This is number 5. What was the nature of the fiance and Alicia's relationship preceding what happened to her? So just before this terrible tragedy happened, Spirit, can you please share with us what was the nature? How was the relationship between Alicia and her fiance? Okay. I'm gonna try this one more time. I don't like that glare either from the bicycle cart. Okay, so what's the nature of the fiance and Alicia's relationship? One card that had tumbled out was, one moment, y'all. Waiting for this guy to drive by. Okay, so one thing I want to mention is that as I was shuffling, a card jumped out that was like the Page of Swords and was kind of in reverse. And I said, no, let me reshuffle. So then I got the Four of Swords. So in reverse. So what's the nature of the relationship? This could be the one. Time to release your ex. That's giving me something I just thought about. Anything else about the nature of their relationship? Healing family issues. So they were really trying to kind of reconcile what had happened and move forward. And what had happened was her fiance got another woman pregnant. I don't know if it was at the same time that she was pregnant or shortly there above or below when she gave birth. I'm not sure, but it was in close proximity to when Alicia had her baby. And so when I see this card, time to release your ex, and I'm sensing that the reconciliation, maybe this is speaking to this relationship that was going on between the fiance and the perpetrator, is a reconciliation. And so she felt like really she should have been the one to be with this fiance. She should have had the life. You know, there was a lot of growing resentment over here. And so she was having a hard time releasing that relationship. Time to release your ex. So it was causing havoc on this relationship between Alicia and her fiance. Okay, so then we have healing family issues. Healing family issues. So they were in a place of really trying to heal the wounds that had come about from, you know, the fiance's infidelity. He really did feel like she was the one. He felt like Alicia was the one. But it was in conflict, direct conflict with an ex. Was it an ex of Alicia? I don't know. I'll see if there's anyone else that could be responsible. But really, I just really feel like all signs point to a female who is causing all of this and who did this terrible thing. But yeah, they were healing their relationship here, is what I'm sensing. Sorry, I'm looking at her picture. Okay, so was it full of love and romance? At times, there was romance because he did. I don't know who this other person is, the other mother of his child, but and I don't know what she looks like. I don't know what her personality is. I don't know what her achievements are. But it probably paled in comparison to Alicia's. Okay? And so it was almost like an easy choice for the fiance. He wanted to heal the family unit that he was creating with Alicia. But there was stress, a lot of stress as it relates to this ex energy. There was a lot of stress preceding, the 4 months preceding what happened to Alicia. Let me show you. Swords represents the timing of months for me. So if you say Four of Swords, you say 4 months. 4 months preceding up to her untimely passing, her vicious attack. This was when things were really, really, I don't know how to say this, but just, it was the perfect storm of sorts, because here Alicia and her fiance are trying to heal their relationship and him feeling like she's the one, and then there's this person who's on the outs and ultimately caused death, as we see with the skeleton angel here. Okay. All right. So next up, was the murderer known to Alicia, and in what capacity? The Lovers. Okay. She was known. This is an intimate card, the Lovers. This person who did this was known. I'm going to see in what capacity. Soulmate energy. Interesting. Playfulness is needed is what it's saying, but I don't know. I'm going to tuck that back. Nature and extent of the relationship. The Lovers is implying or indicating that this was a relationship born out of love, out of connection, feeling like, okay, we are all karmically brought together. Yeah, I'm not picking up anything else to go through here, but I get a strong sense that she knew this person. The question is simple. Was this person known to Alicia? And in what capacity? Yes. Some sort of intimate capacity. Soulmate energy. It was like they were all, on a karmic collision course to being involved. Could this mean that this is somebody else? Maybe not a female perpetrator? No. And the reason why I'm saying that is because of these questions here. The nature and extent, unless the perpetrator is a male messing around with the fiance. I'm sensing over here that this is a female. And so what I'm sensing here is that whoever were lovers, these lovers were known to Alicia. Okay. So what we're going to do now, because this video has already gotten long, I was hoping to make this just a two-part of reading, but it's no way because I still have more questions to ask. And what I'm going to do now is pause here, take a picture of this spread, and then I'm going to reshuffle and prepare for part 3. In part 3, we're going to ask some of the following questions. So I do hope you join me for that part as well, because that will wrap up the readings I'm doing for her at this point, unless there's some sort of developments that we want to throw cards for. So some of the questions I'm going to be asking, I have them written down here, is was her fiance being faithful at the time of the murder, and for how long? And then I'm going to be asking about, was Alicia being faithful at the time of her untimely passing? We're going to see if we can find out some attributes or traits about who attacked her. So we're going to look to see who that might be and get confirmation about that. Why we're going to be asking about why were the 2 laptops stolen and the cell phone, and yeah, what's next for the case. So join me as we dive a bit deeper into Alicia, beautiful Alicia, her case. All right, you all, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you over at part 3 of this reading. And please do me a favor and hit the like button to raise awareness, to support me, the content creator, but also to raise awareness about her, about what happened to her, and to make it very uncomfortable for the people or persons who know what happened to her. Okay, so that it's all connected. All right, you all, love you. Take good care. Bye for now.